Hello again, my dear ones. Mother Ita is visiting us from Kilninian on the Isle of Mull. She has driven our pilgrims, as I was telling you in the previous video. She has driven some of our pilgrims from Mull to Iona, because on this day all our pilgrims come together and they go on a sailing trip to the island of St. Kenneth, about 2 hours and a half of sailing time away from Iona. And while our pilgrims are sailing, Mother usually comes and helps us cook for them, because when they come back they are dead tired and they want something nice and warm to give them a bit of energy. And in our previous video we've been making the soup, which is now put away on the stove, slowly boiling away, being prepared. And now we are preparing a second course, which is
leek and tomatoes and olives.
Leek, tomatoes and olives.
It's like a stew.
Like a stew, a good second course stew. So we have obviously the leek, which is here. We'll have to peel all of these and then chop them. When you cut them quite big. Yeah. Quite big. You don't want them
like
to be...
an inch thick.
Like an inch thickness,
yes.
Okay. And then it's not necessary, but it does add a different taste. 1 or 2 onions as well, yes. But also chopped quite largely, not
like
finely.
6 or 8 pieces.
6 or 8, yeah, from one big onion. And then also you see we have some peppers. You also cut them quite big.
Yes.
Like everything is kind of big.
Like this.
And when you cook them, you have to not get them to be mushy. They have to still have a shape.
Like a stir fry. Like
a stir fry. Yeah. That's the best description. And then you can use fresh tomatoes if you have the time and if you have the tomatoes. But if you live in the north of Scotland on an island, you have to be very happy for having chopped tomatoes. So we'll add these. You know what we don't have here?
Olives.
Olives.
Yes.
I think they're somewhere there in the pantry.
In
if
the
you
pantry.
can get down there, Mother.
Yes.
One of the big ones. So don't waste your good olives, like your kalamatas and fresh olives. If you have something like this, the pitted ones, the green pitted ones that are the most kind of common ones, they are excellent for this particular recipe. So I think these are all the ingredients. We'll get ourselves chopping. Again. And then, yeah, we'll see you on the other side of chopping. Mother's laughing because it took me like 5 minutes to open this jar, and I said this would be a viral video, Fr Seraphim opening a jar of olives. 2 hours later, I'm still at it. No, what I was thinking about really, Mother, is I remember when we were children, that most of these things came straight from the garden,
yes.
Of our grandparents.
Yes, Father. I remember I used to go in the garden and just take a carrot out,
yes.
Clean it a bit on the trousers and then just eat it. Yeah.
It's so strange, I mean, because that was a dreadful time for our parents particularly. We grew up in Communist Romania, so hunger and poverty and just complete lack of any sort of freedom. That was their life, the life of our parents. But for us as children, we didn't quite experience any of that, because you're not aware as a child. You're aware of what your parents kind of allow you to be aware of.
Yeah.
And you know what's really strange is that when I think about what we've been eating in those times, and what even our brothers and sisters who lived like in Britain or the US, we had a much healthier diet.
Yes. Because
there were no preservatives,
no additives, no nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What we had was very limited, but very, very healthy. You remember when you found the sour cherries?
Yes.
In one of the shops? I love sour cherries. They're one of my favorite things. And pretty much none of the brothers or sisters who lived in the West had tried sour cherries before.
Yeah, they didn't know what they are.
Yeah. That's very strange. But I do remember how much work it involved as well.
Yes.
I don't know about your grandparents, but I remember my grandfather waking up like super early in the morning, 4 or 5 exactly, in the summer, to keep the sun away and to get the work done before the sun became too intense. Yes. And it was a year-round sort of thing. You had to plant them in the spring, take care of them in the summer, then harvest them in the autumn, and find ways that we are still using to preserve them over the winter.
Without freezer and...
Without freezer, without fridge. They had the basement. Did your grandparents have basement?
A cellar.
A cellar, yeah. Where it was super cold. And
the cellar and the attic.
The cellar and the attic,
conservation rooms.
Yeah. In the cellar you kept things that needed more coolness and cold and darkness.
Yes.
They also kept carrots. They had these huge kind of like sand traps, whatever you want to call them, and they kept the carrots in the sand.
Deep in the sand.
Because the sand absorbed the humidity around them, so the carrots would stay for months.
Yes.
And then everything that could be dried, like onion or garlic or the meat after you remember when they made the sausages after they slaughtered the pigs, everything went in the attic.
In the attic.
Those, God, I loved winters. Maybe that's why I love winters even now.
We love to go up in the attic and...
Yes.
And the plums, when they dry plums.
Yes.
Dry plums and they were in the attic next to the chimney.
Next to the chimney.
To get a bit smoky as well.
But I remember, and I'm not sure this was done everywhere in Romania, but when I was a kid, my grandparents used to make us children, and we were like 5 or 6, go on the roof of the house. And they would pass us the plums, and we would just spread them on the roof, and that's how they got dried. They got dried in the sun.
Yes. Right. I remember Grandma used to, not on the roof, but she used to put like big planks of wood, and we would put green beans, yellow beans to dry. Just a bit put in hot water so they become softer, and then just dried, and they put them on a string. And then kept them for winter.
It's amazing. I mean, all these skills that we had. You can preserve food for so long in healthy ways without the need of electricity or any of
And my grandma still does. She's 96 and she still does all the garden and everything.
Well, my mom, for example, she doesn't do a lot of it because it's not necessary anymore, but she still does the preserves.
Yes.
And zakuska, the famous, it's like a vegetable stew.
Something close to givech, but chopped
smaller. You talked about givech, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's almost like givech, but chopped much smaller, and it becomes almost like a paste, and you can spread it on toast in the morning. And you can keep those veggies throughout the entire winter, sometimes for more than a year or 2. Anyway, so you see what I was telling you, you chop stuff quite big. I mean, don't go crazy chopping them small. They are quite large because you want to feel that they are a bit crunchy when you bite into them.
Yeah, and even the leek, if you see, it's like a
quite large. Alright, so everything is chopped now. We have the peppers, that's the leek, and the onion.
And the onion. So the onion is so big.
Yeah, it's basically cut in 4.
Cut in 4, yes.
Okay, so what's the order now, Mother? What do we do?
So we'll put a bit of oil in the pan.
Okay.
And then we'll fry a bit the leek for 4 or 5 minutes.
The leek and the onion together?
The leek and onion together,
okay.
Yes. And then after 5 minutes we'll add the peppers.
Okay. And we keep frying.
And we keep frying, don't cover the pot. So we fry with no lid. And then we'll add the chopped tomatoes.
And we cover
on top, and then we cover it and let it steam a bit until it gets a bit medium soft.
Medium soft.
Medium soft.
And then at the end we add the
olives.
Olives.
Yes.
So oil, heat up the oil, put the leek and onions for about 5 minutes uncovered, just so they get a bit fried. Then the peppers for another 2-3 minutes, also uncovered, they kind of mix up together. Then we put the chopped tomatoes
on top
and we cover everything.
Yes.
And we leave it for about, I'd say, 15-20 minutes until this is the sign basically.
Yes.
The leek has to be soft but not mushy. And when you get to that, you uncover it, you throw the olives, as many as you like, inside. and then you keep
salt and pepper and.
I wouldn't go very much with the salt, because actually that happened to me once. I put salt
because of the olives.
Because the olives are super salty. So if you like olives and you use this kind of olives, then be careful with the salt, because you can double the quantities. Okay, Mother, so let's get it started, and then we'll put it on the stove, and that's it. We have the second course as well.
We'll show you how it looks at the end.
Good, glory be to God. So our second course, the leek and tomatoes with the olives, is now done. I can give you a sneak peek. So now I'll just put it away and let it cool down. It's actually much better if it's served on the colder side. And you can serve it with rice or potatoes or whatever carb you prefer. God bless you. Mother, stop chopping and say goodbye.
God bless you all.
Until next time, be blessed, be blessed, be blessed.